An agricultural group claims that pork products from Belgium have entered the Philippines despite the ban on imports from countries that have been affected by the African swine fever. The Bureau of Animal Industry, however, clarified that the products followed protocols and are safe for consumption. Shaila Francisco has more.
A box of ham was confiscated from a passenger in the Clark International Airport last Saturday. The ham came from China, one of the countries with reported outbreaks of African swine fever. The Agriculture Department has imposed a ban on the entry and importation of pork and pork-based products in 13 countries affected by the disease, including China. But the Samahang Industriya ng Agrikultura or SINAG observed that pork products from these countries continue to enter the country. Based on the customs data obtained by SINAG, around 1 million kilos of frozen pork arrived in October, while 79,000 kilos arrived in November. These all came from Belgium, which has been covered by the ban since September 17.
Worry tayo kasi yung mga ganun na part pupunta sa palengke. So dapat ma-check mabuti and kung mayroon ito dapat ma-pull out, no.
The group also monitored processed luncheon meat from China being sold in a supermarket in Lipa, Batangas. The reported production date is after the first reported outbreak. The Bureau of Animal Industry clarified that frozen pork meats with process date 2 weeks before the issuance of ban are allowed to enter if the consignment is already in transit. The Bureau also stressed that the arrivals from Belgium complied with the conditions and had import clearances. The Agriculture Department, meanwhile, says they will still look into the entry of processed pork products.
Well, technically, they're not supposed to be brought in because this will be covered by the ban we have imposed since August of last year.
The DA is now requesting Filipinos to avoid consuming imported pork for now. Pinhol is also appealing to traders to refrain from importing pork-based products in high-risk countries.
Ano ba yung tabi-tabi ng mga 8 bansa? Ano ba yung tabi nilang mga bansa? Yun yung mga high-risk countries, di ba? Although hindi pa sila ASF affected, nobody would know. ASF may not be transmittable to human beings. Yan ang according to experts. But it could be devastating to the hog industry of a country.
SINAG meanwhile wants DA to ban the imports from countries near affected areas and impose higher penalties on erring importers. Shaila Francisco, We Are One News.